It's the Daily Talk Show, episode 733.
What's happening, guys? What's
For your
going on? Happy
Monday.
Monday. Fired up. Absolutely fired up for the week. How about you
You're talking
guys?
about the sticky date pudding you had last night?
Yeah, we had a legal dinner party last night that consisted of Gemma Watts, Bodie Jackett, Amy Jackett, Tommy Jackett, Olivia Hucker. So there was, they're just the names if you needed sort of to know the guest list. But it was great. It was absolutely phenomenal. Drank some mum.
Oh, yeah.
And
Was that
a bit of
supplied by
Penfolds.
Gem K. Watts?
We brought the mum. Gem bought the Penfolds. Turns out she's been sponsored by Penfolds or been given Penfolds. That is a deal you want.
Mm.
You want Penfolds as a sponsor. Like, they got some great wines. Great wines. So, yeah, my guts are feeling a bit funny, I think. I just ate too much shit over the weekend, so...
Is Georgie boy, is your video frozen already? Just a little.
How's that happen?
I don't
Can you
know.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Yeah, we got you.
That's quite funny.
That's okay.
You're
You try and
outrageous.
work it. I was thinking we should get you a dummy battery. So the way, a little tech insight, the way this all works is we all have fancy cameras that are plugged into our computers. Now we all have power so that they can run forever. Georgie boy is using a battery, and so sometimes his battery runs out. And so we need
He's
to fix
hot
that.
swapping like 7 batteries at a time. Like,
But
it's just
if
outrageous. what he's
Is that
doing.
anything,
100%
it's on
though?
brand. It's on brand for Georgie boy. Tech problems are definitely a part of
classic.
his core
I'm
values.
going to reload, guys.
It's sort
Hey,
of funny.
I know
Right.
we're quite up and about. I tell you what, mate, I've nearly been in 2 fights in the last week out in the
Where?
wilderness, and in previous lives, as in just many years ago when I was just a different Gronk, still a Gronk but different one. I would try. I think it would have had something to do with me that these people wanted to fight me. Like I
But
must
now
have
it's
been
you.
doing something.
Now it's not you.
No, I cannot. I'll lay out the 2 situations.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is just how there's a potential that just someone gets killed. You know how we're talking about like locking your doors and shit? You do all the precautions, but then there's just crazies out there. And so I've sort of extrapolated from these 2 incidences to COVID-19 and people just going fucking mental.
Sure.
I was at Coles New World the other day.
What's New
The
World?
old-
What's the New World?
that was the name of it about 15 years ago, Coles New World.
Oh,
And horrible name. Coles is better. At Coles, Bulleen, and Amy and I are having this joyous time together. We were so happy. We got there at like 9:50. We decided to go at 9:48 and got down there and beat it before they closed at 10 p.m. And we got in, got out. We were laughing on the way to the car, laughing, and sort of as I'm laughing, looking at Amy, I look over and this guy's got out of his car and he's probably 20 metres away. And all of a sudden, all I can think is he must have thought I was laughing at him. He automatically looked at me and was like, "What, mate? What?" Just like wanting to go hard. And I was like,
What was he
so
doing?
he rocked up and he was with it looked like a young partner. He was probably 50, in his 50s, just grumpy as shit, like looking over at me and just like, fucking come on. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even mention it to Amy because it all happened so quickly. I looked back over and he's still there. And then I was like, oh, this is going to be great because the fuckwit has got to Coles at 10 p.m. and they used to be open till 11, so he thinks it's still going to be open. And then he goes up, gets his bags out of the car, huffing and puffing, walks up to the door and they're closed. He just set him off.
What did you do?
Oh, and then he's like waiting for me. I'm in my car reversing, and as I'm reversing, like he cannot even see my face at this point. He's like, doing this, come on. I was like, oh my God, this is full on. Like, I always think, what if I was a nutcase that just, like, what if I was a bikie?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe I don't.
And so
put
that
a
was the
bikie
first
life.
one. What was the second fight?
Yesterday, went for a run, beautiful day. I'm running across the sort of highway, pull up at the lights. I had my AirPods in, so I'm kind of distracted by what's going on. Craig Harper was trying to call me in the moment. I was like, oh, what's going on? And I see this guy sort of like waving, and I in a car who had stopped the lights right in front of me. And so I just kind of looked over and I was like, oh, looked back, and he's kept on waving. And then I looked back because I'm like, oh, I might know this guy. And then I thought, oh, that's John Briglia. I know him. I thought it was John. And then I was like waving, and then he lost it. He's pointing his fingers like he's got a gun at me. He's pointing them out at the other traffic, like boom, 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 boom. And then I pissed him off because I was like, smiled. I was like, what is going on? And then I held up my phone and he fucking lost it when I held up my phone.
What, like, held up your phone like you were going to film?
Like I was taking a photo, but then I transitioned from this to putting it to my ear like I was on a call, just to fuck with it. And he kept on just doing this gun symbol. And then he was pointing down at his thing saying
where
he
is
had a gun
this?
in his
Is
car.
this in
This is Bulleen, dude. This is not the ghetto. This is just, you know, an Italian's retirement village. That's what Bulleen is.
So what do you reckon it was?
I don't... This is what I'm going... Like, usually in the past when I've got into fights in my life or set off at somebody, I've been either angry inside, right? Like and then you're totally looking for opportunities to blow up. And I can honestly say, hand on heart, both times I'm like, one's running, I'm feeling good from being in the sun and it being beautiful weather. Other time I'm laughing and happy with my wife. And so then these two people are just on edge. I was like, God, I mean, is this happening? Are you guys getting, you know, potential
more junkies around, I reckon. Like the few times I've been out, they're up to no good. There's like one guy this morning at 7:45 just walking down our street playing like music through a boombox. But we are just sort of, you know, just doing a bit of the fucking twitching stuff. Like,
just got ticks.
I mean,
going.
the empathy.
What about around you, Georgie?
We're in trouble.
I actually saw one today.
Mentally.
Yeah, I saw one today near the office. I was walking up to the Richmond train station to film some stuff. So I was carrying my camera.
What for? Is this a little
Georgie run the banner? Here we go.
Is this? Yeah. What is this?
What are you filming?
I haven't actually. I mean, I got like one shot. I was just looking for inspo. You know, need some inspo for Wednesday. And
so what sort of stuff did you film?
Well, I just got a shot of the train. But it was more just like looking around at like ideas that, you know, could be good. So it's not much of an exclusive, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, that's right.
Anyway, I was walking up to the train station and there was a junkie there and he had like about 20 balloons tied to him all the way around. And I think the idea was he wanted to keep 1.5 meters away from people.
Oh, really?
So it was
great idea.
all these helium balloons.
It wasn't like
just
a
like walking
Pixar
around.
brand integration. It wasn't like Up or something.
Nah, it was just he was just standing there and he goes, "Oh mate, can you take a photo of me?" Because I had my camera and I was like, "No." And then just
George,
speed walked off.
Really, mate? You should have absolutely taken a photo of it.
That would have been great.
Yeah,
Mascot for the show, a true Gronk out in the wild.
But then another junkie walked past me as I was saying that, and he said, "Careful, careful, careful with that thing." Like I was like, "Jesus, I got to get out of here."
With the camera.
Careful. Oh, geez, you're going to get it stolen. Yeah, man. People are on edge at the moment. I think there's definitely. I mean, prisons and shit. There's an issue inside of prison with this drug that boop or something. It's like comes on a piece of paper, and they can hide it behind like stamps and shit. And my friend who was in jail, when I visited him, he was telling me, he's like, "There's so many junkies in here. There's so many drugs in here, and they're all having this thing where you just it's actually the drug is
buprenorphine. Is that it?
Yes. So it helps you come off heroin. People come onto it when they get into jail to try and sort of wean them, but then people get a dependence to it, and so there's like a drug trade inside of prison. Anyway, it's a real big problem because it's all dried up, and there's people just losing the plot in prison because they're just so they're thinking about starting to give it to like in injectable form, you know, like dosing people inside of prison so that they don't go mad. I mean, it's a strange time, fellas.
Using the word junkie, I never knew whether you could use that word, like whether it was a derogatory term. But then I think we were in the city and there was a guy who said, I'm a junkie. Like he identified as a junkie, remember? Because there was a guy that was really fucked up. And he's like, look at that junkie. Like, I do ice, but I'm not that fucked up, you know?
Yeah.
You remember?
I mean, we as humans, we find any reason to look for people more fucked up to make us feel better about ourselves. And he was doing that. He's like, that guy gives us junkies a bad name.
That's
what he said.
Us junkies.
Us junkies. I was like, wow, it really is a core value of yours. It's, No, I know what you mean. I think half the time we use the term junkie, yeah, you could say it's not empathetic, or it's like these people are fucking in trouble.
Yeah,
Trouble.
That's true.
In trouble. But I think I'll continue at this point in my life to use the term.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, like we put not put ups, probably not. We put it. I feel like in danger half the time when you're walking past. Like we enter into the world that is their like what they're experiencing, right? Like the amount of shit that sort of you end up entering into, where it's like fucking them screaming, or like Bree fucking bumped into like 4 in one walk, and then you don't really want to go out.
Bodie saw it when we were driving to daycare one day, just in Richmond. This guy was like threatening to punch a grandma, and he must have been off his face, and he yelled at my car, and Bodie was like, he's pretty staunch. Bodie just stood there, like just sat there looking at him, and then I said to him, Bodie, he's sick, and Bodie said, does he need a Panadol? I said he needs more than Panadol. He needs a lot more than Panadol at this point, but he's brought it up a few times about the screaming man.
I remember when I was
Dad?
a kid, and my cousin lived in St Kilda, and she had her apartment broken into, and I remember being there when they found out, like, and so walking in, and there's like glass where they've smashed in, and all of her stuff's everywhere. But then that same trip, we were in the car, and a junkie tried to open the car door. So I always was scared of St Kilda as a kid. I didn't like St Kilda.
Yeah, man. I remember So St Kilda was very, very dangerous at years and years ago. So I remember my auntie and uncle lived in Albert Park, and we lived in Brighton. So there was like a 15-minute drive, a 10-minute drive where you'd go down Beach Road. And there was a corner at Fitzroy Street, one of the main sort of areas in St Kilda, where there was a toilet block, and there was a crew of Aboriginals that lived on the corner, and they had a fire going. Like, it was legit for many, many years, and that was their home. And so, like, I just have those memories where you're like driving past, you see a big drum where there's a fire going, and I was like, wow, Dad, look at that. It's like these things that seep into your memory as a child, and sort of, I wonder what the new versions will be for young Bodie. I mean, maybe it's just junkies in Richmond yelling at our car. Maybe that's it. And Uncle Josh.
We have a announcement. Should I do it through the megaphone? Through the Kate Mead megaphone?
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Oh, actually, and then I want to get an update on what's happening with the megaphone webpage.
Okay, great.
Okay, great. Okay. I don't know. What's this announcement?
Okay. Is that loud enough? Is that good for you guys?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
Perfect.
There you go.
This is the Kate Mead megaphone. Make sure you follow her on Instagram, Kate Mead, MEADE. The announcement is that Friday Night Drinks is having some changes. The changes are Friday Night Drinks will happen once a month. They will be more significant. There will be a theme, and it will start at 8 p.m. It will be more loose and more fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can we play the music? Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, yeah, I can play a bit of El Monte.
It's
El Monte.
Oh,
There we go.
that gets us fired up. Now, I'm happy about this. Themes,
Yeah, that's good.
sort of ready to launch, 8 p.m. Yeah, baby.
No, this is good.
Can I just
Drop
on
it like
that?
it's hot.
Can I announce something just on that?
Oh, here we
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
It's not really. It could tie into it nicely. I just realised that next Friday will be the 100th episode completely remote.
Wow.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
Really?
As
Good
in this week,
announcement.
George? As in 5 days? 4 days?
No, I think the Friday after,
So that's, Friday.
because it was
next
44, 6:44. I think was the first step.
So you got 10 days.
week. Amazing. That's fun.
That's a good one.
11.
So
It is. I mean, we were just
Great.
doing the maths.
maybe that's worth
I
the
said
party.
I said how many Friday night drinks did we do? Sebs, you said 9. And
we're
I
up to
thought,
9,
fuck, we've
yeah.
been remote for over 9 weeks.
That was
Nearly
just
10
based
weeks.
off Emma saying 8. That's like the only reason I know that we're
Yeah.
up to 9 is when Emma said at our 8th week. I was like, oh, that's a good
Yeah.
fact.
Wow.
I think Grace
There you
did one
go.
as well. She said 9th round or something like that.
Yeah.
So
I
Right,
wonder, I have a feeling Grace got that from Emma doing hate. I reckon the same thing's
We're all
happened.
going off Emma, to be honest.
I have a feeling. And so what's happening with the Megaphone webpage, Sevs?
Well, so I've put together an MVP, so you can go to the daily
Minimum viable product for people not aware.
You can go to the go to the dailytalkshow.com/megaphone, and I've put Georgie's video in and a little table of current and past holders of the naming rights for the Megaphone.
Oh.
So there will be.
Did you have to yell at Blage, or was it okay? Did you do it yourself?
No. Blage has no idea. So that looks great. If there are any errors, then I'll let him know. But
Okay.
I love it.
How did you CSS that? How did you do this?
Nah, so I was going to do a normal table with just like pure code and without any plugins, and then I'm just like, it's a bit too hard, so I just went and installed the table plugin.
So we've got another plugin.
So we got another plugin.
So if the
slowing
site's a
down the
little bit
site,
slower, thank the Megaphone sponsors.
it's all yeah, but also Venture IP, they're sorting all of it out, and so if you
As in
want
they
web
host-
hosting or a
host the site,
domain,
yeah, sure.
yeah, exactly. Like they've got fast servers and everything, so
Actually, Venture IP, you can still use the promo code TDTS at checkout, and you get 50% off shared hosting for an entire year.
I'm actually a little bit. I don't know what to do right now because you can also use the code COVID-19 and get a free .au domain. They're still doing their 10,000 domain giveaway. So I don't. Which one do you do?
I don't know. It depends what you need, I guess. Did you see my notification? I got a notification that my hugkisshandshake.com's up for renewal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe
That's hilarious.
we can renew this. Can we renew that? Do you want to renew that?
Well, yeah, I need to do like I sort of when
We
you
got
have
a couple other domains to renew as well.
yeah, we definitely need to sort out the domain stuff. There's a lot of domains.
Venture IP.
Okay, but hang on, this is just great. Back on the website, you've got sort of number one, the leaderboard as it goes in, as it goes down. You see on the right hand side the bid, where it's up to, who's the reigning champ of the naming rights. $120 to Cape Mead.
The
Absolutely.
great
So,
thing is search engine optimization.
Oh, literally. Like, not only are you getting naming rights for the Megaphone, you're also getting some of our SEO juice. And we rank number one for Australian daily podcasts. So we got
And
a lot of
many
juice.
other things. So we have high quality search engine optimization juice. One of the main things with search engine optimization is on-site. Are you okay, Sebs?
Link offs. Yeah, no.
Yeah. So you have I want to talk about on-site and off-site optimization. On-site optimization are things like H1 tags, making sure that you have your content accessible to spiders and things like that. But the backlinks is what you're getting with us. So by 97, including your link from our webpage, which has great SEO juice, you are more likely to appear higher for those terms that we link off.
So they're getting more than just a shout out through a megaphone.
It's like to be honest,
it's an
SEO.
We're literally an optimizing company. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're literally offering SEO optimization for your website.
I mean, it's a follow link, isn't it?
It will be.
You're sounding
it will be
pissed off
connected
now.
to us. It will be connected to us, won't it? So it's like it is a 2-for-1 deal. Like you get your optimization, but it's also coming from us. You know, like we're sending them your way. So they would. I get it.
A lot of juice.
Do you know what SEO is, Georgie boy? Dodgy George?
Yeah, so SEO, for those that don't know, is basically when you
This is great.
look up something on Google or Bing or Yahoo.
Ask Jeeves.
The way SEO works is it ranks the sites from top to bottom, and if your site is at the top, then you're more likely to get clicks. And so what the Daily Talk Show does really well is it ranks higher. So if you're on that, then your business can get more clicks, basically.
You sound like the Yellow Pages sales guy that they called You articulate it the same way.
Yeah, you don't want
Yeah.
Georgie
But I'd
Boy
buy
trying
it.
to sell AdWords, you know?
Whatever you're
gonna
selling,
get
I'll
more
buy it,
clicks.
George.
More clicks.
I will
Yeah.
buy whatever it
Yeah.
is that you've got. It's so good.
An
Thank God
update
I
on the I think I mentioned the other day with the tea thing. I'm actually been drinking chai as an alternative as well, which is a type of tea. I think. Do you think chai is tea?
Yeah.
Yeah, chai tea.
Chai tea. Yeah.
Chai tea.
Chai tea. You can convert it to a latte.
And
But it's
I've
still
also
chai.
the other thing I'm doing. Look, I'm on LaCroix. I've decided that I'm going to be a LaCroix boy. I'm allowing
get it
myself from the Paran Grocer a 12 pack for $16, and I have allowed myself 3 a day.
It's good.
So just keeping hydrated. It's important.
Seems like a lot.
3
You're
a day. I
going
know.
through
3 a day.
Hang on. How much are they? You paid $12. You paid $16 for 12
$16.
cans.
So it's what, like $1.50 or something a can, something like that.
Mm.
And so you're paying the equivalent of a
yeah.
coffee a day
Yep.
for the thing.
So
What are
you still
drinking,
doing
tea?
tea?
Oh, I
or?
see what you've
Yeah,
done.
I'm still doing tea, but to be honest, I'm
Okay.
trying to find a good, like I mentioned the whole sort of floral tea that I had, the rose tea. I'm wanting
too
something a little
flowery.
bit higher qual. So I'm doing a bit of research today on stuff that I can get online.
Mm.
Hey,
I'm
Sebs,
sure
did
Kevin
you,
Rose or Tim Ferriss would have some.
but
Sort
the
of
thing
like-
is that they're like in the US, so I don't really want to get stuff shipped. Getting tea shipped from the US seems ridiculous.
maybe you can find like a distributor though in Australia.
Did you
Is skinny me tea still a thing? Not that I'm going to get on the skinny me tea.
Well, did you hear the story? Greta, who she founded Skinny Me Tea, didn't she?
Yeah, it's still up. I'm looking at the website, skinnymetea.com.
Doesn't it just make you shit yourself heaps? Isn't that
Yeah.
the whole idea?
Well, that's
Isn't
what I thought it was.
That's what you do, don't you?
Skinny me tea. They got cinnamon, lemon, bunch of different flavours here. Best selling for 2019. Protein powder, plant protein. Yeah, but what was the story there, JJ, about?
Oh no, I was
Greta?
going to say like Greta tells a story about I think they got about $1 million worth of tea, and from China, opened it up and it was all dirt and bolts and stuff. It actually like they'd been scammed, cost them a lot of money.
No.
But
Bad drug deal gone wrong.
Sevs, did you
Drug
get
deal
your stone notepads?
No, I haven't put the order through for that yet.
Okay.
I've been doing a bunch of other admin stuff. Like I cleaned all my room now, so that's clean. And then I've just downloaded a bunch of health apps and stuff that I want to get back into. And so that notepad is now on the list of things to buy.
Yeah. So
Are you fired up?
Yeah, it
I'm-
sounds
I'm
like
pumped.
it's
Is this
I'm
sounds
pumped, yeah.
motivated?
Mm.
The heart is motivating when it's thumping in your chest. Why is it love? What's this sort of internal motivation, Sebs?
Yeah, it's a bit of both. I mean, just the weather, the weather, dating, just all of it. It's great.
It's sounding a bit
That's
pantomime,
right,
to be honest.
great.
That's, I mean, it's,
No, it is. No, I'm actually pumped at the moment. Like just getting back into like the fitness stuff and like I've meditated 2 days in a row now, so that's
Good boy.
that's good.
That's good.
Caught up with
and
Andre,
I've-
your mate, as well, Coconut
I've-
Crew.
Yeah, did that. But I've also decided that I'm gonna grow my facial hair for 2 months.
Great.
I'm not shaving. I'm not shaving for. So I'm gonna be the beard guy as well.
Can you?
That's
Jesus
huge.
Christ. This is
When you
top heavy
clap
with
like that,
announcements.
George, your hands look like Donald Trump's.
Yeah, they are quite small.
Sevs, are you going to at least trim your neck? Because it might just look like you're, some Zuckerberg coding in a house and you're just looking a bit dishevelled.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't get anything on my neck, so we'll have to
That's
see what
pretty
happens there.
genetically. No, that's lucky, I reckon. Not
So
like
I
have
reckon.
to- I have to trim all the time my neck.
Oh, man.
I reckon.
Yeah.
So I want to see what happens because I don't get much here.
Mhm.
Like it's usually just around
So your
here,
cheeks,
like,
you don't get much
usually-
on your cheeks.
Usually around like my mouth,
You get a
sort
goatee.
of like goatee area, I get a fair bit. But
Mhm.
Hey,
after 2 months, I'm hoping that I'll have a full beard like everyone else.
no, you won't. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But
I
here's
reckon
to
you will.
trying,
What do you
Sevs.
reckon will happen? Maybe like a beard
not
like Jack
a full
Post.
beard. No, I don't. I reckon it'll be half the thickness of yours, Josh.
Oh, I'll be happy with that. I'll be stoked with that.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. It looks
Yeah,
quite
I
good
would
on
be.
camera, actually, JJ.
Thanks. On
Craig
camera.
Harper gave some compliments to Sev, saying that he listened to last Friday's show, and he said, "Boy, 97's really sort of stepping into his own." Nothing we don't know here, but it's out on the outside. Craig hasn't, he might have not tuned in for a while, then jumps in, and said, "Fuck, he's really stepping up to the plate. Good on him. Great."
It is great. What
Thanks,
colour
Harp.
is your beard, Sevs?
Like it's probably like a light brown.
Yeah, it's quite nice, really.
Oh, my brother and I were having beard chat over the weekend, and he's like, "Man, because his beard's going grey, and it looks great. He's got like that sort of chiseled beard, really sort of stylish." And he's like, "I found this ad," and so he'd been pushed something, and it's this comb that you comb through, and it's not dye, it does something to it.
No.
Oh, really? It fills it out.
It fills it out.
I
It
think the
makes it
salt
like,
and pepper looks so good.
yeah.
Mikey looks great.
No, that's not
Oh,
Mikey.
this is Ant.
Ant's got
Really?
a really solid beard. But I think, and then, so his pushback to me was like, "No, fuck it, mate. Chicks have been dyeing their hair for a long time. No one cares. No one says anything." It's like, I can dye my beard, because I was like, people are going to... I've got a mate who does it, and it is really, really bad. Like,
But
it
also,
looks
it's just another thing to
dyed.
do. Like, you just don't want shit to...
More
like,
admin.
My whole point is, the way that I live my life is, let's try and do as minimal as possible. So say if something really bad was to happen, say if we're stuck somewhere, like everyone who's doing all their maintenance are going to just get worse and worse and worse. And I'm going to look the same. It was like me on the 24-hour show. Sevs looked like he'd been hit by a bus. I looked the exact same the whole time. Nothing changed. You just like have a standard and just keep it,
I mean, it is a value of some people to sort of... It is the reason some men have a nice little sort of carry bag that has all their colognes and their sort of beard trim. Like, I'm not that guy. I'm not that fucking organised. I sometimes wish I could be... I wish I had a little pack ready to go and beard oils and shit like that. But I don't care enough. So some people care enough that it becomes the thing they do. And they're the ones that are going to, have regrowth in the times that you can't get your hair dyed or whatever it be.
Well, it feels like Bree's gotten more comfortable with me using her product, because I got a Le Labo perfume for her birthday, and she was like, "Oh, do you want some?" And so I've been spraying it every day. Like, the Le Labo is now mine as well, which I feel a little bit bad.
What a birthday present.
When you wear it, it's like, doesn't the scent go? Like, you can't sniff it? Whereas like it's quite
No, I can
impactful
smell
to
like
other
when
people.
I put like first thing I can smell it, not really.
Yeah.
And let me
But then
just
it's
rub
like-
sort of my chest and then sniff my
But
fingers.
then it goes...
Yeah,
I mean,
can
Gemma
smell
was
it.
smelling... Can we get that as a little
Can we
bit?
get that clean?
We get that clean.
Hammett, what did you say? Can we get that clean with George the other day?
The
I was
other
listening.
it was in a
Oh, there was
snippet.
a-
It was in a snippet.
I can't remember.
Oh, it was you doing the tongue brushing.
Oh, that's right. That's another thing. Bree's, I think she was on Adore Beauty, like the website. She was buying stuff, and she said, "Do you want a tongue scraper?" So we're both, and then she asked, "Do we need to get two, or do we share?" I think you
Oh,
absolutely
no.
need to have your own tongue
Yes.
scraper.
Probably two. Probably
Oh.
two.
Yeah.
If you've got your own toothbrush, you probably need your
Yeah.
own tongue scraper.
I mean, I've shared Amy's toothbrush a bunch of times when we haven't had enough. I even used Bodie's by accident. I was like, he's not going to know. Just put it back in the jar.
But there is
it's
something.
It's pretty low level in your family. Like if you're sharing it anyway, then you're
No, I
right.
think it's still pretty gross. I think that there is something in like the product thing. Like I like the idea. I was using Bree's face wash, and so I feel like I could become the guy that, as you sort of said, TJ has like a little like I would, if I didn't get like, you know how I get like irritation if I use like a blade. If I didn't get an irritation, I would go down the route of a blade and have one of those like brushes and do the, you know, like the cream, shaving
My
cream,
dad,
and really do like a proper cutthroat.
I mean, my dad used to do it. I think there is a push-through period. It's like if you started shaving your legs, there's going to be irritation. If you start waxing, you got to push through. I'm sure Gemma would have more information, but I know that my dad had like he clean shaves all the time. And
so you have a point where it is irritated?
Yes. And then you'll develop, it'll be less sensitive over time. Unless you have something severely, some severe issue. But I don't think you do. Like, I think I just don't think you do it enough. And so it's exactly why I don't clean shave. Less so now, but I didn't do it for a long time because I was like, nah, I hate that shit under my neck. It's like itchy and I don't know. I would listen. Joe Rogan has a 4-minute ad on his podcast about this ball shaver. It's
Really?
like this ridiculous. I couldn't stop listening to it though. He's talking about it. He's like, it's some product. Find it, but it's like no nick. So no, you won't cut yourself. Like, I mean, it's full on. I mean, I've had that. I've cut my balls using because I'm using the thing that shaves my face to then shave my nuts.
I get it.
It shouldn't be the thing.
I mean,
but we all do it.
Are there certain things that do you reckon you're buying more shit being in ISO or less shit?
Oh, I haven't been buying much. Just buying lots of food to cook.
Yeah.
So much, almost too much. We've always got food now. And I said to Amy, are we spending more? Or is this like a good deal? She's like, no, we're actually spending more. I'm like, this is annoying then.
So what are you, like, are you cooking too much and then having leftovers?
Nah, it's that we're getting this Dinnerly box that is, whatever, $70 or something. And it comes with 4 different meals. But then we're doing Sunday night roasts, which have become a tradition. And so, we've just been, sometimes you're well behind on the food game. And now, like, we're at the other end. We're well in front where it's like, I could go and make 4 different types of meals right now with ingredients we have, which is ridiculous because it's too much. I can't be fucked. Too much cooking. We are doing it, but I was like, it's this false sense of, oh, we're ahead because we've always got food. But no, we're just paying for the food. Yeah. We're just paying to stock our cupboards. And so it's, It
feels like anyway, it is the time though, like I reckon with people starting to go back to work or things like that, like with you, Sevs, getting a bit organised. I did the same thing. Like, I feel like the weekend it was like setting everything out. I got the my Streaks app, actually went through each individual one and sort of intentionally said, am I going to do this? Can I do it? Brie and I did our morning walk. Nice. Georgie boy, how's your morning stuff going, getting up early?
Yeah, good. Did it again this morning. I love it. Yeah, it's freaking freezing though in the mornings.
Are you walking to work? How are you getting to work?
Yeah, usually. This morning I trammed though because I had my camera stuff. But usually I walk. But no, admin for me. What have I been doing? I need to sort out my phone. I need to get rid of all my photos and stuff. I've got so many photos on there. Can't even download apps anymore.
Definitely use Google Photos.
Google Photos. Do it at the office, George, as well. Just use the internet there and just get them all uploading during the day.
You've got to have your phone open, as in the app has to be open, connected to the net for it to take.
But speaking of things that we've bought, guess what I've got coming tomorrow?
Where to? The office?
Home. No, home.
Home? What is it?
iPhone 11.
Oh, no, iPhone 11.
Big news.
Oh, that's big.
Huge news.
That is massive.
I just
oh, my God.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's actually not for me. It's Vanna.
Really?
Slight letdown.
You're going to get to use it.
Can I just say,
But now
did it have anything to do with my love for the iPhone 11?
Yeah, that's the right. You've been the biggest fan of the iPhone 11, so
yeah, mate.
Should get one.
Did you show all the flower video that I cut up last week? That I shot and cut?
Oh no!
11? I mean, that would be a selling
shot
point
on
for
iPhone.
any.
You should shoot something and
give
edit
that to
it
Apple.
on the Premiere app, on the Apple, on the phone Premiere
on the iMovie.
I did a video. I did that on my 10. I shot a video and edited it in iMovie. It was quite a good video. It's I was just trying to see how far I could push that tool, and yeah,
you pushed it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good time to in general sort out things like apps, like going through because I've downloaded Cluedo.
So
I can delete that. I fucking hate Cluedo.
Have we all downloaded the COVID app?
Yeah.
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 I
See,
keep
my phone
turning
is
off
so
my
full.
Bluetooth though, and it keeps telling me, "Hey, turn on your Bluetooth."
I keep getting
bro.
your notifications like, mate, I've done my bit downloading it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you
I
what
reckon
you want
like
from me.
Yeah, a lot of
at least 60% of my apps have got the little like download thing next to them, little cloud thing.
oh my god, that's
because
so
they're not
annoying.
actually installed.
Oh,
And so
you need to clean
Just-
it up.
I know.
Just get rid of them.
Here's
I
one.
just go into
Chris
settings
Hemsworth
and
app.
just delete some podcasts.
Chris
Yeah, Chris
Hemsworth's app right now. Deleting that.
Do you know what? Actually,
you know what
do you
happened with
app
that?
What happened?
What?
Literally, so it charged people like a year's subscription, even though if you cancel through the app or something, you have to cancel where you paid for it or where you signed up for the trial. So if you signed up on your computer, you have to cancel on the computer, or if you signed up on your phone, you have to cancel on your phone. And so if you cancelled it using another one, you still got charged. So it was on the verge. That's what
it was
happened.
slightly misleading because it is one of those things where there was big song and dance, pedestrian TV are doing some article, Chris Hemsworth's been a fucking sick bastard and giving out his app for 6 weeks for free. And then you jump on, it's like, yeah, put in your credit card details and then it'll charge you after. You can cancel it, but exactly what you're saying. It's misleading. If you are a real baller, give your app away and do it for 6 weeks with no credit card details. Basecamp is one of those businesses that do it. Basecamp give 3 months or 2 months free, and you don't have to put in any credit card details. It's sick. It's sick. You get a bunch of people use and abuse it, but you can't just con people into it by saying, give us your details and have 6 weeks.
I feel like it's a good business. I mean, from a business perspective, wonder how much extra cash. Do you think it's unethical?
Yeah, I reckon in now today because there's so much noise around the free 6 weeks, which they're banking on people who don't think too much outside of I get 6 weeks free. I'll chuck in my credit card details.
And then it'll just renew.
Like I get that it is. I don't know. It's just. I feel like it's a slight Gronk move.
Yeah.
Slight Gronk move.
No, I agree.
Bree and I
Go half
bought
of it, 3 weeks.
Masterclass last night.
Oh,
really?
Which
Well,
one?
This is how
So
many
we-
times have you? This is second time round.
I didn't say that to Bree, but yes, I have had it once before for a year. But yeah, so it's but they've got way more.
Oh, okay.
So Bob Iger, who I was recommending his memoir yesterday, the audiobook, and he has a masterclass on like leadership and brand and stuff. And so it was so good. We just on the
Have you
couch.
done it already?
No, so we've watched probably 40 minutes. I reckon it must go for like an hour and a half or 2 hours or something. And so that was good. But then there's the Gordon Ramsay cooking one as well. And so
that's what I've been watching.
yeah, and so I feel like I'm going to
So much Gordon Ramsay.
go through and how is the Gordon Ramsay one?
Well, no, I haven't actually watched. I haven't started watching it. I've just been watching all videos on YouTube of him and just like cooking tutorials and
too.
stuff. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very excited to
Oh,
watch his masterclass.
But
He's got 2 of them though.
The other thing too is I like when I do stuff, like say with the cooking thing, my go-to is like geeking out on the gear. I'm like, you know what? I need a better knife. And I need a better...
Yeah,
You've got good
Laura,
knives.
Yeah, we do have decent knives. But Laura
You got
Henshaw
great
did a
things.
post, I don't know if you saw over the weekend, of a cutting board. And it's like a wooden cutting board. And then I read the story about the cutting board, and it comes from the end of a log, which means it's like stronger. And it was like $350. I was like, it's a lot for a chopping board.
that's a lot.
But then,
That's
but
a
I was
lot.
thinking about at the moment I'm using to make my like baked egg things. I'm using a pan, and then like cooking it in a wok pan sort of thing. That's like a pan, and then putting an oven, like a pan that what's the thing that you put in an oven? A baking tray,
Cast iron, you
a
can get
tray.
baking, yeah.
No, so we don't have we don't have a cast iron one, so we can't put it in there. And so what I've been doing is just getting the tray from the oven and putting it over the top of the pan, so it sort of seals it off almost as a lid. So if anyone's got any
We do that.
recommendations, I'm trying to find a good recommendation of a.
You could use
of like-
another pan.
But all
Potentially.
our
You got
pans are
2.
different. I reckon the tray is a better solution because all the pans
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
different shapes.
What you want is to actually find one that you can put into the oven
Either
The
a
hard bit is
skillet
then-
type thing or
Yeah.
like an actual
you not
lid
just-
would be cool.
Can you find a cast iron thing? Just
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm thinking.
like a relatively
They're
cheapish
expensive.
one.
But could I just,
Like
my strategy
100,
or
200
thoughts
bucks or
like,
something.
can't I just get a nice one? I even thought about like my Virgin points. Like, has Virgin stopped? Can I not use my points? Is that what happened? I feel like I'd prefer cooking
know.
stuff over the new AirPods. I found my other. I
Really?
don't know if I told you I lost one of the AirPods when I was sleeping the other day, like
Oh, really?
3 weeks ago, and I couldn't find it. It was under the bed, but I found it.
Did
So,
you use your Find My AirPod?
No,
And it just...
nah.
Do you know
It
that
doesn't
that's You know
work.
that's a thing,
Oh,
right?
that's
Yes,
cool.
it does.
How
it
does it
does.
work?
Nah.
So you need to only... Here's the annoying thing. It's not the case itself. It's the individual pod. So if I lost one or two around the house, or exactly what happened to you, you can say, find my friends, or that same area, and it's
Find
like
my, yeah.
devices, and then AirPods, and then signal. So it sends, and it makes this like bitch-ass little sound.
Can you do it now?
Here we go.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
do it right now. I got
Oh,
my.
yeah.
I'll just take one out. So this is my
Really?
right
I
one.
thought it was the case. Wow.
No, it's not the case. That's the annoying bit, because sometimes you lose the whole entire
Yeah,
case.
That's what I need.
Which I need that. Yeah, I need that. I don't need the individual one. So devices, Tommy's AirPods. Currently they're in Bulleen. Playing sound. Hang on, here we go. Pending. Come on, baby. Hit that play. Oh, there you go. Listen.
So quiet though.
That's I know. And it
Is
slowly
that
gets
full
louder.
volume?
This is full volume, and this is what I was saying. It's bitch ass.
It's annoying.
It sounds like a cricket.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to do that when it's in the case. You're not hearing that.
No, it doesn't work. That's
It
the
doesn't work
annoying
at
bit.
all. Okay.
No, I'll
Oh,
just-
so that's... Yeah, no.
So-
Like, put it on the case, guys. Like,
Yeah.
what if...
Can you?
Because if the case is shut, you can't find it, right?
Mhm.
Like, it's just going to
Hang on.
save your last location.
Hang on. It's saying pending that it's going to do it in the case. Maybe it does. But then if it's that quiet with it outside of its case, imagine it inside of its case. Anyway, it's not working.
Yeah,
No,
it's annoying.
doesn't work.
No.
Does
10 seconds of admin. Have you got Instagram? Oh, perfect. Go and give us a follow and then share on Insta stories that you're listening. It will help. Thanks. Right.
Love you guys.
Right. Have a good day, everyone. We'll see you
Keep safe.
tomorrow. Also, the megaphone, like we're taking
Is it back
naming rights. It's back open.
It's back
Yeah.
open.
Have you made it
What's
clear
the-
how people do it?
Well, so no, this is the thing. I think because I just did an MVP for the website. I reckon over maybe this
Most valuable
afternoon.
player.
Yep, I will. I will figure out how to add a button to link off to PayPal, and
Yep.
also clear details on how to do it. It'll just be like steps. You can watch George's video, and then there'll be laid out steps on how you can do it.
The button thing should be very easy, I reckon.
But
Well, so no, this is the thing. There's actually code that you can get from PayPal, paypal.com/buttons, and you can generate all the code for it. But I'm just trying to figure out how to do it, because when I paste it in, it's not going in. So it's alright. I'll get there.
Looks good.
you can do it, Sevs. You got that youth
Can
about
you
you.
auto-populate the amount for them?
You can. Yeah, you can set the value on it, but it's not variable, so it's not going to adjust based on how
Could you
much
update it
people are
every
putting in.
day? No, I won't bother. Okay.
Look,
Right,
I'm
what
just,
about
I'm
a,
just going to keep it as 0, and then people can just change the amount to what they want.
How about a drop
it's
down
getting
at
them to
thedailytalkshow.com?
PayPal anyway.
Drop down that says, currently it's at 120. Would you like to help support the Gronks?
Yeah, should we
People
have
might
that
need
link on the
Blaj to do
website,
it.
on the actual homepage? Blaj is asking me where we got our crew necks from, so I'll let him know. But for people playing
Yeah.
at home, we got it from While You Sleep Printing, just on Easy Street, and they use A and S colour merch, which I think is very high quality. So,
High qual.
yeah, all right.
I'm wearing it right now.
Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.
See you guys.